The intimidation is real out here in these streets, man. We have gathered ourselves. Big City Living, man. Road to Riches podcast, baby. We are here at the gathering spot tonight. Man, listen, man. Road to Riches, man, podcast. This is only an exercise. I keep telling y'all that, man. We just gonna keep advancing this thing. Doing it the right way, man, in the studio tonight. The gathering spot, y'all. Can you believe it? Man, we keep coming up, man. I keep trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all stick around, man. We gonna do big things together, man. Big City Living, man. Road to Riches podcast. Yeah, man. I like the sound of that thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, let me take a little sip of this thing before that beat go out, man. Let's get into it, y'all. Man, oh my goodness. So, guys, listen, as of course, you know, we have gathered ourselves today. Like they say, we have gathered ourselves here today, man, and things have gotten really, really real. What am I talking about, Lee Kendrick? Well, for once in a lifetime, ain't really once in a lifetime, but for once, we are out of the truck recording in our cell phones, and we are literally, for real, in the studio, man. We got videographers all around, man. We got people next door listening in. You know, I got my desk set up, man. Like, I hope they capturing all of this good stuff, man. But, you know, this is a beautiful part of my journey right here because things have elevated and have gotten to a point where, you know, when they say stuff has gotten real, man, stuff has truly gotten real, man. And I'm really, truly excited because our listenership is growing. You know, our status is growing, and we're just going to keep this thing going, man. We in the very early stages of season 4. And like I said, man, we won't stop. We can't stop. So getting right into it, man, what are we talking about today, man? What are we truly talking about? Well, what we're really talking about is, you know, my experiences walking into the gathering spot from the episode Closed Mouths Don't Get Fed. All the way from Closed Mouths Don't Get Fed up until the real deal Holyfield inside the gathering spot. So I just want to share my experiences coming into the gathering spot for the first time and really you know, just kind of putting out some of the energy and some of the things that I observed, some of the things even was going on inside myself as, you know, I first came into the gathering spot. So stick around, man. We finna go full force into this one. And so let's make it happen, man. Let's do it, man. Big City Living, Road to Riches, baby. Hey, you already know what I'm trying to tell you to do, man. You still gotta subscribe, share, and follow. Subscribe, follow, and share this thing, man. This is not a joke, man. You see what I'm saying? I done elevated this thing. Y'all gonna have to start paying me, man. Listen, man. Big City Living Road to Riches podcast. Check out the YouTube channel. This is the call to action section, man. Listen, I don't know how none of this gonna turn out, but look, it's all love anyway. So, listen, y'all, let's get up into this thing, man. That's right, man. Big City Living, baby. So, what are we talking about, man? What are y'all listening to me this time for? You know what I'm saying? Like, why in the world is this dude still talking his smack, you know? And I'm going to tell you why. Closed mouths truly do not get fed. And I'm blessed, man. I'm just going to be real, man. I'm truly blessed at this point because I envision myself in a podcasting studio. I envisioned myself, you know, coming to a private networking club. You know, these are all things that I envisioned. I never knew how they was going to happen, though. You know what I'm saying? That's just real talk, man. So, for me to come yesterday for the first time to the gathering spot, man, it was just so beautiful, man, because I had no idea what to expect, and what I really wanted to do is just kind of carry, the story into, how I ended up coming out here and what my experiences was, and even how we started recording this podcast tonight, man. So let's get right into it, man. So yesterday, I came off the road. I've been in the ice storm, and you heard the Ice Baby episode, man. We've been stuck in ice and hotels, and I said, man, I'm already a member of the gathering spot, so I'm gonna go by. When I get off the road, man, one of the first things I'm gonna do is go by the gathering spot, show my face, and truly, start networking and getting into the mix of things. So what happened? I didn't even call. I didn't, email or nothing. I just popped up. And truth be told, man, I'm gonna be real. Truth be told, when I pulled up in the parking lot, I felt very, very confused and conflicted. I'm gonna be real, man. I drive a 2003. That thing ain't even got a 1 in front of it. I drive a 2003, man. Nissan Altima. Lord have mercy, boy. But you know what? It's all love. And so when I pulled up in the parking lot, I'm gonna give y'all a real description of what this parking lot looked like, man. I pulled up in the parking lot. I'm looking at Lamborghinis. I'm looking at Bentley. No, I ain't gonna say a Bentley. I ain't seen no Bentley. I saw a Lambo. I saw Porsches, Lexus, Teslas. Oh man, it was so many Teslas out here. They need to have a Tesla station. And they ain't had just the regular Teslas, y'all. They got the Tesla S Plaid Edition. So I'm walking in. I parked my car like way in the back, and tried to slide, around and try to just make my way in. But I was tripping, man, because I'm like, hey man, it's all love, man. This is what the whole Road to Riches concept is all about, man. You got to be comfortable in your own skin, man. And that's just real talk, man. So what happened was I came in, and the guy at the front, he tried to check me in, but the wrong membership number I had was wrong, and all kinds of little stuff, man. So I was getting a little anxious and a little nervous, and I was like, man, this is kind of getting a little surreal. So I'm like literally at the gathering spot at this point. We figured the whole thing out, and I asked him, was there someone available to have a tour? And so he said, well, nah, there's nobody available. Maybe check back in like a couple of hours, and we may have somebody available. And I'm like, golly, dude, hook me up, man. Like, is there any kind of courtesy that you can show a brother? And so, honestly and truly, I had to put on my big boy pants and, take on all of the professional and personal training, development, transformational work. Like coming from nothing is like the core essence of this training. Like coming from nothing, not making nothing mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I put on my big boy pants, man, and walked through that door, and the place was packed. They had a camera crew in here filming some people. And I was like, man, they really doing it in this thing, man. It's like, the idea of like the little kid going to Disney World for the first time, man. Like they walking into the campus or the place, Disney World, for the first time, and everything that they have ever desired or dreamed of that it was gonna be. That's exactly how I felt, right? So anyway, I walked in and people are looking at me, and I'm looking at people are dressed. Like people are dressed like, like the top GQ magazine. I'm like, God almighty, man. I gotta stop shopping at TJ Maxx. It ain't working. So I'm like, TJ Maxx ain't working. These jokers gotta be shopping at Phipps Plaza. I'm just gonna be real, man. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, it's my presence, I think, that just truly um, exudes confidence. You know what I mean? Yeah, because um, as I walked in, and I know I'm 6'5", we always say that number, but I don't really be saying it to be bragging or anything. I truly realize that I'm 6'5", and as I walk in a room, I've created a saying called outstanding. Like I'm truly outstanding in the space. So, that was an outstanding moment. I walked in and everybody's eyes is on me. I'm like, wow. So not knowing what to do or what I should do, I just head to the bar. And I get to the bar and I know it's in the middle of the day. I wasn't going to stay long. And I said, man, you know what? I'm going to just get me some Perrier. You know what I'm saying? And try to, just kind of mix and mingle a little bit and just see what happened, man. But nonetheless, ordered the Perrier, sparkling water. She asked me, did I want a glass? I said, yeah, give me a little glass or whatever. And, I just made it do what it do, man, in that moment, man. But, it's always an extra story to be told, man, because in my insecurities, and this is a real transparent moment, in my insecurities, I was uncomfortable. I'm looking at the guys, I'm looking at their arms. I'm like, man, this dude got a big arm. Why his arm so big? Chicks, man, these are like the bosses for real. Like you can tell these are like real boss people, man. Everybody got their MacBook. I just got my MacBook back. We're gonna do a promo on that. But I just got my MacBook back, and everybody got these 17-inch MacBook Pros and this and that. And I'm like, golly, man. So I'm sitting here like trying to convince myself to slide out of the place. But what do? I'll tell y'all what we gonna do, man. When we come back, baby, Big City Living, man, Road to Riches. We don't never stop. So stay tuned, man. Keep it locked, man. Big City Living, man, Road to Riches, baby.
Do you know of a child who may be in danger? Well, for about $2 a month or $25 a year, you can help raise awareness to protect America's children from child abuse. This tragedy has gone on far too long, so please join today at attaaca.org. That's All Truckers Together Against Child Abuse.
Hey guys, let me tell you about the Anchor app. For me, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Now, when I first started, I wanted to make podcasting super simple and easy. And Anchor does just that. Really in 3 easy steps: record, edit, distribute. All from your computer or like I do, from my iPhone. And the cool thing is it's absolutely free. Not only that, your podcast is automatically uploaded to some of the hottest platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, on and on. Listen, download the Anchor app now or go to anchor.fm to get started.
All right, let's get back into it, y'all. Appreciate you listening, man. Big City Living, man. Road to Riches, baby. So, what was we talking about, man? Trying to recap this thing so you guys can really, truly get the gist of what I'm saying, man. Closed mouths don't get fed. Sometimes, like I told you, man, like that episode, The Fast Lane, sometimes you open your mouth and get thrown straight into the fast lane, man, and it don't slow down, man. This thing has no sign of slowing down, man. So, like, you got to really think about this, man, because a lot of the times, we be thinking about our success, and we be thinking about like what would it be like if I make it, my life, my this, my that. All while we really should be working on ourselves, man, preparing ourselves for the opportunity for when it arises, right? Because one day, the curtain might get pulled back and you may get exposed to your success, and the worst thing on earth is not being ready for it. See what I'm saying? So you always want to do the groundwork first, man. So let's get back into it, man. We talking about me finally coming out to the Gathering Spot, coming out truthfully, just not prepared. I didn't have any marketing paraphernalia. I had no business cards. I had my computer. I had nothing over. I just came, showed up. And a lot of times you have to jump off that cliff, man. A lot of times you have to just put yourself out there and see what happens, man. So yesterday was definitely not a exception to that rule. I just came and like I said, man, I ended up coming in and immediately a lot of things started coming up in my subconscious, my ego, feeling here's the truth of the matter. What really truly starts showing up when you walk into a place and you feel as though you don't belong. You had this sense of, I don't belong here. This is the automatic protection part of who you are, trying to protect you from going too far. Like you start feeling uncomfortable. You start being like, man, I don't know. I probably shouldn't have came. I probably should have came with a group of people. And it's like, nah, man, this is what you signed up for, man. Is you really, truly big city living road to riches? Or you just talking that noise, man? So in the moment of getting my Perrier and sitting down and trying to talk myself out of going, because I thought my pants was wrinkled. I had on some navy blue chinos, man. This other dude, he had on probably like some super rock star chinos, man, with the print on it, salmon colored print chino. I'm like, man, what the? And I started to ask this dude, do he do any kind of like styling and a stylist or anything like that, man? I don't know, man, but I was just into my own head too much, and I was like, man, you gotta get out of your head, man. You gotta sit here and you gotta make this thing work. You done paid your money, you better make this thing work. Real talk, man. But like I say, man, I always pull from a source, man. I always pull from an interesting source of who I am to overcome huge obstacles in my life, man. And this ain't nowhere near a huge obstacle. This is one of like the first day of school kind of a vibe. That's all it is. But at the same time, it represents so much more. Like it represents a different level of success, man. I was never one of those cats that went to college, like off to like a university and college like that. So I can only imagine what a lot of this stuff, feels like, So for me, I always tell y'all, I'm not a truck driver. I'm just a dude that drives trucks. But being in a different kind of a setting, your brain works a little different. You know what I'm saying? Being in corporate America, your brain works totally different than blue collar, warehouse, truck driving. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different kind of an energy going on. So I met that energy and felt a little inadequate, but I had to remind myself truly who I was, man. Real talk, man. So that voice told me to get up and start giving myself a tour. And so I did just that, man. Yeah, man. Because at the end of the day, I was like, man, you spoke that I'm talking to myself. I spoke that I was this, that, and the third. It's time to be about it. So no matter what happens, you got to be about it. You know, I hold myself to a very high standard, man. Yeah. And so a lot of people need to start holding themselves to a high standard. If you say you are a blase blah, and the opportunity, you meet that opportunity no matter where you're at in your life, you need to step up to it, man. Because see, the universe, God, whatever y'all want to describe, it's just energy, man, at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, energy is either attracted or deflected from you, man. It's like a magnet. You know, the positive and the negative will come together, but two positives or two negatives, it'll, you know what I'm talking about. We ain't go to college. And it was like 4th grade stuff, but either way, you know how a magnet works, man. So if you start claiming and proclaiming things in your life, man, you're gonna attract the energy of it to you. It's a spiritual law, man. So if you try to run from it, guess what? It's gonna run from you. You'll never see these opportunities again, man. That's why they always say, man, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. If you don't use it, you will lose it. Had to let that sink in, man. Because we all have obstacles we gotta overcome, man. But the biggest one is probably gonna be the looking into the mirror, man. You know, so this whole episode is just based around me looking into the mirror. But let's get into what happened as I started giving myself the self-tour. You know, they always say, don't ask permission, ask for forgiveness and all that kind of stuff. So I just started walking around. I'm like, man, should I pay my membership? They took that money off my credit card. I'm going to get mine, baby. Big city living, I'm going to get mine. So I walked out onto the patio out there outside, and I think the courtyard is connected to like 2 or 3 other organizations that are like creative spaces and things like that. And they all play out in the courtyard. You had a couple of people out there eating lunch with their MacBook Pros. I'm like, chick, I got a MacBook Pro too. I got mine back, baby. So I came back in and I went through these doors by the bar. And I kept saying, what's behind them doors over there, man? And it keeps saying members only, members only. So I said, well, shoot, I'm a member. I am a member. So let's walk through them doors, man. I walked through the doors, man, and just voila. Here you have this creative space, man, that I've always envisioned a space like this, man, where you have all of these different creatives and business people. People got their whole office set up in this space, man, and you can hear them on the phone talking to clients and things like that. I'm like, man, this is so dope. Have I finally met my community? Are these the people that have faced the music? Are these the people who have faced that voice and said, man, I'm gonna do this thing, man. I ain't gonna sit here and work for somebody else. This is me. I'm finna go out here and do it. And you can truly see them in here doing it, man. So I walked on past them. Upstairs is a little, I don't know what they want to call it, but it's a little area upstairs. And you got people up there meeting and talking and, you know, just doing their thing, man. And then I walked and I saw these rooms off to the right side in the back. And, you know, it was funny because the first room said podcast. And I'm like, what? I know they ain't got no podcast studio up in this thing. These jokers got a podcast studio up in this thing, man. And I literally went berserk. I looked and peeked in the door and I saw, you know, the soundboards. I saw the microphones I've always wanted to use. I'm like, oh my gosh, man. They got the tables, they got the boom arms, they got the mic suspension and the pop filters over the mics. And I was just like, man, I can't believe it, man. Here's the opportunity right here, man. I have been wondering, how am I going to record my live streams, where I'm going to do my live streams at, when am I going to do my video interviews on StreamYard and all that stuff. Like, how am I set that up? Now I'm a part of this beautiful organization, man. We got this podcast studio, man, right here, man. Readily available, man, for your boy, man. Because I've been in that apple. I've been into the apple, man, and said I want it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's a bad example. Either way, you know what I'm trying to say, man. So, then I kept walking around, and you got these other rooms. You got this private dining room. Like if you want to have, like, you know, just say me, P. Diddy, Oprah Winfrey want to meet up. They got the walls in this dining room is a bar, not a bar, but a wine cellar. And like the wine cellar, man. You can pick your favorite wine. And there's some exclusive stuff, man. This is me doing my own self-tour, man. I ain't even did the real tour yet, so I don't know what it is. But I think I seen it online. But either way, you know what I'm saying? All of these exclusive areas that you can rent out to have these beautiful meetings. And then, you know, so fast forward anyway, I said, you know what? It's almost like I left and I put in my mind, I said, I gotta get back. I got my daughter this weekend, but I gotta get back. I'm gonna go tomorrow and I'm gonna record me a podcast, man. I'm gonna record an episode. And so I invited a associate of mine. I was like, that was, you know, sometimes you gotta go with some moral support. So I threw out a APB and was like, yo, what's up, man? What you doing after work? And we just made it happen, man. So I was like, met this the associate at the spot, and we came in, ate dinner. Yeah, man. Real talk, man. We ate dinner. They have dinner. They have a full bar. They have all these perks and things that you can do as a member. But after dinner, we was escorted. I say we was escorted. It was kind of more like a self-escort. But either way, we was escorted to the podcast room. They unlocked it, let us come in, and here we are, man. You know, this is a real road to riches, man. But you know, even you know, my support and people around tonight was just saying how professional the service is. It's almost make you feel like they said it almost make them feel like they're at Chick-fil-A. They know who I'm talking about. That make me feel like we at Chick-fil-A, man. You know, that top-notch customer service, man. And you know, they bringing water in for us to drink. You know, they asking for, do we need anything else? You know, just totally make you feel, you know, upscaled and a sense of belonging. You know, that's the other thing too. If you really think about it, this might be the lesson of the whole thing, man. A lot of times we're in the wrong climate, man. You know, like the people who work in a warehouse and that's their profession, they connect to the energy, and so the energy and the people around them let them know that they belong there. You see what I'm saying? You gotta go deep, man. Because what it is here, like as a creative, you see other creative energies around. Like you got a group right next to us tonight, man. And it's a tech team, man, called I'm sorry, Lord. We'll throw a link in the description. Tech Tink crew. Hope y'all listening, man. We appreciate it, man. But you have people like that and the service around and the concierge letting you know that you belong in this spot. They're talking to you like you belong here. You see what I'm saying? Makes a world of a difference, man. When you find your tribe and your playground, man, and you really start making things happen, it's a beautiful feeling, man, because your community starts acknowledging who you truly are. And I'm not throwing no shade to the truck drivers, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, all I will say is stay in your community and make it happen, man. This is Big City Living, man. Road to Riches. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. This was the first episode inside the studio, man. We got some visuals. I don't know how it's gonna look, child. Look, it's all an exercise. I keep telling y'all that, man. Look, before 17 minutes get up, we gonna fade out this thing. But anyway, y'all, look, man. One love, peace, and it's all love, man. Stay locked, man. Big City Living, baby.